Hello my dear friends and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video we're going to be talking about a brand new Star Wars project, some new information for the Book of Boba Fett, and much more. As always my dear friends, before we dive into it, please may I ask you to hit that big red subscribe button if you've not done so already, and also be sure to give that bell a good old tickle to be alerted every time that I post a new video. But without much further ado and without any more jibber jabber, let's just dive straight into it. So we begin with the big story of the day. Phantom Menace have exclusively revealed that an unknown Star Wars project is currently filming at Pinewood Studios. This comes as very unexpected information because while we knew Lucasfilm had a plethora of unannounced Star Wars series backlogged, this one is at the full-blown filming stage, and until now nobody knew about it. It went under the radar of leakers and reporters, and whatever it is, it's been described as a significant upcoming project. Now there are many viable options. For example, either the Acolyte or the Ahsoka series may have started filming earlier than expected, or perhaps this is the rumoured replacement movie that will fill Rogue Squadron's 2023 slot. And a fourth option is the fabled live-action series that's a continuation of the Sequel Trilogy. Personally, I lean towards the fact that the Acolyte has gone into production way earlier than expected, and in this article, Phantom Menace seem to agree. So let's break it all down, look at all the details and see what they had to say, and afterwards we can speculate. So they say, we can exclusively reveal that another Star Wars project is already filming in the UK at Pinewood Studios, and has been since at least November. Existing rumours have suggested that the Acolyte would begin filming in February, although some say May, and that Ahsoka would film in March. While it is thought that the Acolyte will film in the UK, most schools of thought believe Ahsoka will film in Manhattan Beach, California. And this is when they admit they don't know. In their own words, they say, we're holding our hands straight up and telling you, we don't know what project this is. What we do know is that the existing rumoured production slate of Star Wars is incorrect, and so it begs the question, what project is this? And with that in mind, they go on to speculate. So the first option is the Acolyte, and as I said earlier, I think this is the one that's gone into production early. Phantom Menace shed some light on this and say that the documented evidence they've seen so far suggests a significant spend and full, large-scale physical sets with a quote, unfamiliar fresh look. Logic would tend to lead us to suggest that the production is in fact the Acolyte, but there is nothing in the evidence we've seen that allows us to confirm that. Could this filming be purely to allow the likes of ILM to get footage of the physical sets to begin CGI work, or are full cast shoots underway? We know that Leslye Headland is the showrunner on the series, with Rain Roberts helping develop it. We also know that casting is underway, with Amandla Stenberg rumoured to be the lead. And as we saw in a recent article from the Illuminati, we also know that the character is called Aura, or at least that's the codename for a character, and the production on the whole is using the codename Paradox. Phantom Menace then state, when it comes to this unknown project, they've not seen the name Paradox being used in any documented evidence, nor have they seen any director attached to this project. And as I say, we don't know if it's a series like Ahsoka or the Acolyte, or if it's going to be an unannounced upcoming movie. But what this article is firm about is that it is a Star Wars project. It's not Lucasfilm more vaguely, it's specifically for Star Wars. Now, another reason why the Acolyte is a very likely option is the quote, unfamiliar fresh look. It would make sense that in a new-to-screen era like the High Republic, which has only been explored in books and comics, that the sets would have a different look to them, and that filming could be conducted for the ILM benefit to secure assets of these sets. But for a production to be filming, you would have thought a bit more information would be leaked, but they're keeping it strictly under wraps. And then of course, there is the question of the Ahsoka series. If you guys remember, there was some information a couple of months ago about Rosario Dawson filming for a Star Wars show this December. And since The Mandalorian Season 3 has been filming for a few months, a lot of us assumed she's going to be in The Mandalorian Season 3 before then shooting Ahsoka in the spring. The information came from the Fat Man Beyond show, where co-host Mark Bernardin revealed that he tried to hire Rosario Dawson but couldn't because she's filming for Star Wars this December. It falls into the time frame, but the only problem is the Ahsoka series is going to film in Manhattan Beach in California, the home to the original volume. But it is worth noting that that was never really 100% confirmed, and also Pinewood is also now equipped with the volume as well. So there is a chance this filming is for the Ahsoka series, but it is more likely to be for the Acolyte or a new unannounced project. And then of course it could be for Tales of the Jedi. Out of left field this week came a new candidate as a holiday gift for a Lucasfilm employee revealed the name of Tales of the Jedi as a production coming up. We don't know if that's a TV series or a film, and whether or not it's going to tie into the Old Republic like the original Dark Horse comics by the same name, or if this is going to be a High Republic series, just as some leakers seem to think. And since that project has not been announced in any official capacity, production may have already begun, and that could be what's currently filming at Pinewood. Now Fantha Tracks go on to say that the weird thing is, there is no codename for this mysterious series, and usually they find out about the working title, and then the limited company opened for that specific project. In this case, there is no information known, none whatsoever, no working title, nothing. But they are filming for Star Wars, and it's going to be a significant project. I think it's the Acolyte, but I could be wrong. And Fantha Tracks also come to the same conclusion, the Acolyte is the most likely. But we have to bear in mind, given the fact that Tales of the Jedi is an unannounced project that already has a logo, there could be dozens of other projects currently in the works at various stages of production. The fact of the matter is, we don't know. But now that this is out, there could be more information that follows, and as always my dear friends, I will keep you updated on everything that comes out. So now my dear friends, let's talk about Boba Fett, because we're now just 3 days away from the big premiere of the Book of Boba, the Book of Boba, the Book of Boba. Well, did you know the original Boba Fett designer Joe Johnston, who created the character with Ralph McQuarrie, believes that revealing Boba Fett's face was the biggest mistake for the character, which basically means he didn't like what George Lucas did in Attack of the Clones, and I don't mean Daniel Logan, I'm talking about Temuera Morrison, because revealing Jango's face reveals the faces of all the clones, and of course therefore Boba when he grows up. But Joe Johnston said it removed the mystique from the character, and he believes it's a disgrace and the worst mistake to have made surrounding Boba. Speaking to the New York Times, this is what he had to say: I never would have shown his face. I would never have had an actor underneath where he takes the helmet off and you see who it is. I think that eliminates a lot of the mystery. Before that helmet comes off, he can be anybody. Now here's the thing, if we hadn't have gotten the prequels and the Clone Wars, I may have agreed with him, but fundamentally, revealing Boba Fett's identity, and that of course of his father, is at this point too fundamental and too firmly rooted in the Star Wars universe. So that is why I disagree. There is one thing Johnston says which is correct, that the new approach to Boba Fett does alter the character. He isn't the same as he was in the original trilogy, but it also shows the humanity behind him and also how he's evolved. I may be biased as a massive fan of the prequels and the Clone Wars, but I like the identity reveal of Boba Fett and everything about his past and how that influenced where he ended up. And him showing his face, especially in The Mandalorian Season 2 and the Book of Boba Fett, adds to the character and does not take away from it. I think there's still plenty of mystery about Boba Fett. He's still a man of very few words, he is still a badass with a fearsome reputation. You can never take that away from him, and I don't think showing his face makes much of a difference. And given his clone past, could you imagine if Boba Fett, at this point in the timeline, comes across a surviving clone, maybe Rex, Echo, or someone like that, and in a way it deepens his character, because it calls back to his origins, and even though Boba Fett was different to most other clones, in that he ended up as a bounty hunter in the criminal underworld, they still have that blood connection, and ultimately I'm sure someone like Rex would consider Boba his brother. But for all you amazing OG Star Wars fans who watch my videos, I want to know what you think. If you grew up on the original trilogy, before Temuera Morrison, before the prequels, before we knew what he looked like, do you think it was a mistake to reveal Boba's identity? So as I say guys, we're 3 days away. I'm super pumped, I hope you are as well. Go check out yesterday's video where we talk about Sophie Thatcher's character and a few theories. But otherwise, that brings us to the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're brand new, and a massive welcome if you are, and why not consider becoming a patron? Click the link down there in the description and you get access to my Discord server, videos that are not found here on YouTube, and so much more. I hope you all had an amazing festive season. May the force be with you all. I'm Star Wars Meg, and I'll see you in the next one.